Hello everyone, and welcome to my Only Chests Ironman account. Just want to thank you all for checking out the video. Before we begin, if at any time in this series this sounds interesting to you, please let me know in the comment section below, and ask any questions if you have any, if they're not clarified later, and of course subscribe so you don't miss the content. So while we get started, I'm going to go over the rules overview here. The rules are quite simple. I can only use rewards from looting chests throughout Gielinor. While this may not seem like a lot of content up front, I'm going to walk you through just exactly what this account will have access to. There will be few exceptions as to what I can use. The exceptions will be minor. I want to clarify though, at no point we will be using any equipment that we do not get from a chest. This mainly includes weapons and armor. After thinking about this for hours, I've decided to allow myself to buy skilling supplies from shops in order to progress the account. This is the only exception to the chests rule. There are some chests that are locked behind quests, which is why I have made this exception. And of course, I will need other content to go along with the chest opening content. I want to go over some questions that will most likely be asked, so we are going to do that right now. Question 1, am I allowed to complete quests? Yes, but any supplies I gather from quests, unless needed later in quests or for getting the levels for quests, will be dropped immediately. Question, how will I use supplies like herbs from chests? I will be allowed to buy, collect, grow the secondaries if able. We are getting the main ingredient from a chest, so I only think it's fair that I am able to collect the secondary if possible. Question, what will happen with items I obtain through skilling? So any items I obtain through skilling other than early food, salmon or lower, and this is just so I have access to food, will be dropped and not used to progress the account. For example, if I cut an oak log and make it into a oak longbow, I will then drop the bow instead of selling them in order to use money to progress the account further. What will you do with ornament kits? If I obtain an ornament kit, I will allow myself to obtain the item it is used on. I want to make sure that any content that we actually have access to is not already limited by the limited rule set that we have currently going on. What happens if I die? Will I restart the account? No. I will progress the account as a normal Ironman. I only made it a hardcore Ironman just for fun. I honestly played with the idea of making an Ultimate Ironman, but seeing as I already have an Ultimate Ironman series currently going on, I did not want to have two Ultimate Ironman series currently on my channel. Alright, so last question here. There can't be that much content in chests. What is your end goal? My end goal is raids. Since the rewards are obtained from chests, I believe this is the perfect endgame content. So now we are going to go over all of the possible rewards that we can get from the chests. So first up on the screen here, we have part 1 of part 2 of the Brimstone chests. There's a lot of good rewards here, and obviously this is going to be obtained through Konar Slayer, and that is going to be a little whiles away. But we have diamonds, rubies, coal, a lot of food here that we're going to be able to use later on in the account. Steel bars, rune ore, and just rune. We will most likely not have rune by then, so that's probably going to be our best chance at getting good armor early on in the account. Here we have the second part to the Brimstone chest. We have magic logs, a lot of seeds for farming, and we have mystics, which is actually going to be our only way to obtain magic armor outside of raids, I believe, other than from clue scrolls. Then we move on to the Sinister chest here. It is a nice chest in order for us to obtain some early herbs as well as some later herbs. We also have the Muddy chest here, which always drops laws, deaths, chaos, mithril bars, rubies, and anchovy pizzas, which is really nice. We also have crystal chests, and this is the first part here. This provides us with a lot of runes and, of course, the uncut dragonstone. And then the second part to this here, we have rubies, diamonds, runite bars, and we have the ability to replace our crystal crystal cheese, crystal keys, as well as obtain some iron and some coal. After the crystal chest, we have Laryn's big chest. I'm going to be honest with you, I've never done this content, so when I was looking at this, I was actually quite shocked at what we can get. Dagon High, tops, bottoms, hat, again, really good in mage, but I doubt we end up getting it. A lot of supplies here. We got some dragon arrow tips, gold, coal, rubies, diamonds, again, some rune. Pure essence is actually huge, because we'll actually be able to progress the account via rune crafting. And we go on to part 2 of the Laryn's big chest. We have a lot of food here. This looks very reminiscent to Brimstone chests, and I actually really like that because I think we'll be able to access this stuff sooner. I just have to double check and make sure before we start progressing our account. All that food is really nice, 1 in 20, and it's noted. Alright, so then we have Laryn's small chest, which basically is the same rewards. It is just fewer quantities, so I'm not going to go over that. And the second part as well, again, just looks like the same rewards except lower quantities. Then we have the grubby chest. We can get a lot of good runes here, some more herbs, coins, some dragon bones, which will be really nice. And also some potions. We have dark chest, which I didn't even know was in the game. So I'm bringing you new content never before provided. We will be able to obtain rune pick and rune axe, which is actually really nice. So we will have the access to, not the best, but at least third best. I know crystal's first, and then dragon, and then rune. There's also a lot of runes and arrows on this table, which is really nice. And of course some dragon armor as well. Then we have part 2 of the dark chest, a lot of leather. Love to see that. Some dragon stones, coins, and more bones. Then we have the Soul's Thieving chest. This is where we actually get the dark keys from. And I was a little shocked on the wiki when it said respawn time was 0. But as I watched a video on it, if you fail you get kicked out and you have to run back, so I now understand. But we will be able to obtain some beginning stuff. This chest does require 28 thieving. I don't know if we'll actually go for it almost immediately, since we won't have a lockpick and that's supposed to help. But this chest actually unlocks Hunter because we can get bird snares and box traps, and I really enjoy that. We're also able to get access to some early game skilling supplies such as the mithril pickaxe and mithril axe there. So then we have thieving chests. We're going to go over those. So there are a few thieving chests that we will be utilizing on this account. I'm going to be honest, probably all of them. But we have the 10 coin chest at level 13. We have the Nature chest at 28, the Isle of Souls chest at 28, the 50 coin chest at 43, and the list goes on. Most notably, we're probably going to utilize the early chests a lot more than the chests later on, but I also know the Dorgish Khan Rich chest is really good, as I've used it on my 10 HP Hardcore Ironman. Alright, and then after our thieving chests, we of course have Barrows chests. I'm putting it up on the screen just in case you absolute chads of players have forgotten what's on the Barrows loot table, but I really don't think that you have. So this is where we're going to be getting a lot of our best in slot gear for raids. It's honestly not bad for being level 70. I still have not quite worked out how we're going to do this since runes are going to be pretty difficult to obtain, at least early on. So the first part there, and then the second part of Barrows, of course, we all know runes and some more Varrox and Torax items. After that, we have the end goal content. We have Chambers of Zarek, I have never done any raids before in my entire life, so I am very excited to get this going. As you can see, we've entered the mainland with the name Only Chests as a hardcore Iron Man. I will be keeping everything I have on me. I consider this my personal stash before we head out into the overworld, so I will be keeping this on me and will not be dropping any of this stuff. And I would absolutely love to learn Chambers of Xeric and just have a good time. I don't care if I get any uniques. I know my clan has a really good time with it. And then part 2, we get a lot of herbs, a lot of just really good skilling supplies for the account. And then in part 3 here, we have some planks. Really excited for that. And then we have Raids 2. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Raids 2 here. A lot of runes, a lot of supplies. Just some general alchables that we can obtain as well. Some seeds. And then, of course, we have the uniques, the Justiciar Armor, the Grazi Rapier, the Sanguinesti Staff, all the good stuff, the Avernic Defender Hilt. Some more supplies here. And then some herbs. One secondary. And then some more alks and tree seeds. So if you guys think this is a really cool or unique concept, again, please let me know in the description down below. I am incredibly excited to bring this to the channel. If you guys are looking forward to it, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do a pretty good job of uploading consistently. I've been doing it now for a little over a month. I've been uploading every 3 days. Definitely check out my other series going on, the 10 HP Ultimate Iron Man Road to #1. I had a really cool intro for that. I probably don't have one for this because I'm really excited to get the video up. But I just want to thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, I will see all you beautiful people later. Thanks so much for watching.